Hello, 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 and welcome to our Southwestern College Student Employment Services live stream spotlight. Today on our employer spotlight, we have an amazing company for students. If this is your first time learning about what an employer spotlight is, this is a time where we, as a Student Employment Services, have a chance to spotlight and shed some great information and interaction with employers that are hiring here within San Diego for positions that our students are interested in. And today we've got an amazing company. We've got the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, and they're going to join us. And before I go any further, for our students, that if you've never heard of our department, we at Student Employment Services at Southwestern College, we help with resumes, cover letters, preparation for you to get into your career field, or even if you're looking for simply jobs as you're working, as you're taking your classes at college. We're here with interview techniques. We help with internships, on and off campus employment. We do cooperative work experience education and job fairs. And as I said earlier, today we have an amazing employer with us. Some of you may have visited their locations here in San Diego. And today you get to hear some behind the scenes information about what it's like to work at the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance, as well as some opportunities are coming up. Today we are doing our culinary edition for the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. And I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our panelists today that are here that are going to speak about their opportunities. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. And as you can see, we also have one of our student workers that's here as well today. We have our amazing students that help us in connecting students to opportunities. Thank you for joining us, San Diego Zoo. We have Chef Medina, Chef Alfred, and we have Naila, who is one of the talent acquisition, talent recruiters with San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you for being here and sharing your amazing opportunities. So students, if you are interested in going into the culinary field, you'll definitely want to hear more about this, as well as the job opportunities. But before we go any further, Chef Medina, and when Chef Alfred's able to make it, if you could just introduce yourself, your role, and a little bit about the organization. Naila, you can share as well, whoever would like to go first.
Hi guys, my name is Alexandra Medina. I have been with the organization for 3 years now. Basically, the organization has 4 core values, which is collaborate, innovate, inspire, and thrive. Our vision is a world where all life thrives, and we're committed to saving species worldwide by uniting our expertise in animal care and conservation science with our dedication to inspire passion for nature. Our role is to be the most effective wildlife conservation organization for the world. So that's, new for us, that we want to be a place where we make a world where all life thrives, which means it's not just animals, it's plant life and it's human life. It's where everyone can thrive. I started here, like I said, 3 years ago. I started actually as a retail supervisor. So I have an extensive background in the culinary arts. I went to the Le Cordon Bleu in San Francisco. I've traveled the world cooking and being a chef for 17 years. And then I made a small career change for a little while, became a supervisor for the retail department here. And then, 2.5 years went by, and I just really, once you're a chef, you're always a chef, and you always miss that life, and I really was, every day I felt like I was dying inside, because I want to be a chef. That's who I am. And so the zoo is an amazingly incredible place where there's opportunities everywhere. And so when I talked to my team about really wanting to be a chef again and wanting to get my foot back into the door, it was there. The opportunity was there. And now I am one of the 3 chefs here at the zoo, working every day to feed the masses, feed our employees, make and create wonderful food. And so, like you said, it's not just if you want to come in our culinary department and then you see another position somewhere else that maybe sparks your interest. It's a wonderful place to grow. It's a wonderful place to move around. It's just an amazing place to be.
That is amazing. I'm really glad that you went ahead and shared that information, Chef Medina, how, you didn't just come and stay as a chef. You came in, you had aspirations, you went into different opportunities and then went back to where you felt your heart was called to. That is amazing. And that's not something that's available at every company. That's really
it's not. And like I said, with this organization, it's the thing about, I've worked for hotels and for restaurants, and I've worked overseas, and I've worked pretty much in every state of the United States. And the difference between those jobs and this job is that this organization is a family. And it really is. I walk out of this door and I know everybody in B&G. I know everybody at sales. I know everybody in the retail department. I know everybody in C&M. And it's a huge, huge family where everybody really supports each other. And so it's one of the greater positions I've ever had in my life, because it really is a family when you are part of the zoo organization.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Naila, can you Naila, can you share a little bit as well about your position and just some of the things that you love about the organization as well?
I totally agree with Alex with everything that she said. I've been with the organization just over 2 years, so it's kind of crazy. I started right before COVID happened. And I'll say, like, compared to a lot of people that I know that with other organizations, through COVID, the organization was really on our side, through the whole process and doing, additional things that they didn't have to support the employees. So I work on the talent acquisition team. So I help with all the hiring for the organization. So that's San Diego Zoo, the park. We also have a location in Mission Valley for marketing. We have a warehouse in Rancho Bernardo. And then conservation science, where all like the researchers are. It's connected to like the safari park. One of my favorite things is definitely, as Alex mentioned, that there's a lot of opportunity to grow. Last year we offered, early retirement to people, and it's crazy how many people have been here like 30 to 50 years, that had grown from entry-level positions into like management director or a completely different field that they started in. Which is why one of the reasons, one of my favorite things I like also would be like our loan program. So it allows employees that have been with us for 6+ months to work 2 to 6 months in other areas or positions. So, just this year I had a few people from this department of retail that actually worked with marketing and IT on loans. And because they did such a great job, they ended up getting a permanent position in a field that they were trying to move more into. So definitely one of my favorite things that, just because you start as a, kitchen helper or food service clerk, it doesn't mean that you aren't able to get in a completely different field if you're studying IT or, you want to be a research scientist at the conservation science, or you want to get into animal care. There's just so many opportunities for people to move and grow.
Yes, so for an example to that, what Naila was saying is that we also have people in our department who we have a lead cook who was interested, who has a big passion for horticulture. So she went on a loan and she works in horticulture. And so it's a really big stepping stone for whatever it is that you want to try to do here. And then we had another food service clerk who wanted to get into inventory control, and we started sending him to inventory control, and then was interested in doing front desk. And so we had someone go out on maternity leave, and now he's at the front desk. So there's opportunity everywhere for everybody.
Wow. That is amazing. A company that has longevity, that allows their workers to try out different skills to their team members. Wow, it's almost like they treat you like family. That's great.
This is the first, like I said before, I'd been so many places that have always said, we promote from within, we promote from within. We, take people, and I've never seen it in my career until now.
Wow, that is amazing. I know we've got Chef Alfred, who's with us as well. Chef Alfred, thank you for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with the organization?
Yes, how you guys doing? My name is Chef Alfred. I've been with the San Diego Zoo Alliance since August 27th of this year. I came in right after COVID and hit the ground running. Niall has been really helping me through navigating myself through this new venture. And what I like most about being here is being able to cultivate and grow talent with people who are enthusiastic about their role and growing in their role. It's an awesome feeling. I've been in the culinary industry for over 30 years, and I have a lot to offer. I started in New York, and I worked all over the country. And here in San Diego, I'm well known in the culinary field. And to be here at the San Diego Zoo and to be working with people with these guys and having the ability to grow them and teach them is a great opportunity for me at this particular time in my life.
Awesome. That is amazing. Wow. And we're so honored to be able to have two chefs with us on this call. Really appreciate you taking out the time. Just to quickly go into some of our other questions that we definitely want to ask, and Ms. Naila might be able to share more on this as well. Tell us about your various job opportunities that you currently have. And we've got two chefs here, but just your current job opportunities, especially in the culinary field.
I guess I'll go. So for the retail department, they have quite a few openings right now. We're pretty much in Jungle Bells season, trying to get people in for the holidays. So they have, buster positions open, kitchen helper, cooks. We have, what else? Hostess, food service clerk, merchandise sales clerk. And then outside of that, we have, I like to say that the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance is almost like its own little city. Just because we have so many departments, it's like we do everything in-house. So, I mean, anyone from marketing, IT is hiring, we have guest services, tour departments, entertainment. Oh my God, there's so many. The warehouse in Rancho Bernardo, trying to think what else, horticulture, conservation science, finance department. So whatever you are interested in, we more than likely have it.
Wow, hiring across the board in all positions at this time. That's excellent. So good to hear. If you could also share, for our students that are going to be watching this now, what would make a candidate a good fit for your organization?
The biggest thing I would just say is someone, that's hungry and willing to learn. We have a lot of good openings right now, and I've seen a lot of people in this past year, because we had a lot of retirements happen last year, a lot of people be promoted. So there's a chance, huge chance for, growth if you are just eager, willing to learn. I would say those two things are huge.
Excellent. And Chef Medina and Chef Alfred, on the culinary side, what would you say would make someone a good fit if they want to go into a culinary position with the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance?
First and foremost, I believe a positive attitude is always what we're looking for. Somebody who is, willing to work, wants to work, eager to learn, takes direction well. Obviously, knife skills and some kind of skill in the kitchen would be preferable. But those are the top ones that we really look for.
Awesome.
Yes. Also, I always got this. People always ask, "Is your glass half full or is the glass half empty?" And I'm the type of person that what I do is I try to empty my glass every day. And what that means is that when I empty my glass, that means I'm available to learn and grow to the utmost of my ability. And it helps to be in a culinary, because see, in the culinary area, it may be this way one day, It may be this way another day. It may be this or this or this the next day. And so I have to come in with that open mind and that willingness to be able to change and grow and adapt. And sometimes you don't need a lot of speed to do that. You know, you just have to be more just attentive, you know what I mean? And that really helps.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that information. And one of our last questions is, how do students apply to your organization? For students, you can always go into Handshake and apply for the various opportunities. You can go to Handshake, you can apply. We have the San Diego Zoo that's connected with us. For anybody who's outside of Handshake as well, I know you had mentioned earlier as well, another way that you all enjoy people applying. How can students apply?
So you definitely always want to go on the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance.org website. If you click on careers and then you go to the page, it'll have a little tab that says apply today. And right now, I mean, we have, let's see here. Have about 2 pages of job openings right now. I can also add my email in the chat. So if any students have any questions about any specific openings, and I'll actually add the link to the website as well right now.
Excellent. And we will put both of those on the live stream as well. Naila, thank you so much for being willing to share your email so students can contact you. We really appreciate that. Is there anything that they need to do so that they can stand out, so that they, that they watch this live stream? Do they need to put in their application that they are from Southwestern College or anything like that?
You can definitely, when you put where you found out about the position, you can put that you were Southwestern College. And then also, if you want to just shoot me an email, I can also connect you with the hiring manager. I'd also say always look at the job description when you're applying for a position. You may want to have a couple of different resumes on deck depending on what you're applying for. So always look at the job description, make sure that you are pulling out some things from that job description that also reflect on your resume, because sometimes you have websites these days or applicant tracking systems that are, it's AI. So they're, screening your resume compared to the job description. So just make sure that those two are matching up with the experience that you have. There's been so many times where I've seen someone that's applying to a supervisor position and they don't have that information on their resume. And then I find out later on that they have supervisor experience. So just make sure that you're speaking to the experience you have compared to the job that you're applying to.
Wow, that is so important to place. Make sure you're speaking to the experience. And thank you so much for sharing that in for your email for those. We'll drop it in the chat, but you said that's nbader@swzwa.org, correct? Excellent, thank you. Are there any last tips or things that you'd like to share with students who may apply for culinary positions at the zoo, or that may apply in general? Do you have any last tips that you'd like to share with our students?
Just bring your best foot forward, be confident, have belief in yourself, and so that shines through. And I think that's it.
Awesome.
Al, do you have anything?
No, I think Medina said it all. Yeah, just be willing. That's the key. Be willing. Come in and roll your sleeves up. It's okay. It's gonna get better. I mean, we all started someplace. And the talent is gonna shine. You're gonna shine if this is your passion. We can't teach that to you. That we cannot teach the passion. If you have the passion and you want this, we're available for you.
Excellent. So students, there you have it. You've heard it from the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance themselves. If you are looking for work in culinary or outside, and maybe you want to even test your feet in other areas as well, you can definitely apply to the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. They have multiple positions across the board available at this time. I know it might be finals week for you. Rafting finals, go ahead and apply. If you need some assistance in your application process as well, you can always contact us at Student Employment Services, where we share and help students with many various avenues. And we help with resources, cover letters, interview practice, and techniques. And we are here to assist you. I want to give a special shout out and thanks again, Chef Medina, Chef Alfred, and Naila for joining us today and sharing the opportunities with the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. Directly right in our county, right in our backyard, employers and amazing companies that are here to help our students succeed and get amazing positions and career positions in life. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to students. You go ahead applying. Shout out that you heard about these positions here at Southwestern College. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for joining us, San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. We look forward to seeing everyone in the future. Have a great and successful rest of your year and new year. Thank you, everyone.
All right. All right.
Thank you.